G'day everybody, welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. Hope you guys are doing well. Once again, we are still at Worm's Crossing. We have been exploring a little bit after visiting Sharessa's Caress, and we sort of stumbled across this little hidden area underneath the weaponsmith, the weapons and equipment cellar. I forget what it's called. Dancing Axe, that's it. And we managed to find a group of harpers, or what seemed to be a group of harpers. It turns out they are doppelgangers. And yeah, Jaheira's probably not going to be so happy to hear that some of her harpers have succumbed to the cultists. So we're going to need to go back to the camp and have a chat with Jaheira, see what she says. I am sort of thinking, do we want to do a long rest? Probably don't need that right now. Could probably go for just simply a short rest here. But what I do want to do in this episode is perhaps to focus a little bit on making some purchases. And we could probably go through into Baldur's Gate. Or are we actually in Baldur's Gate once we cross over? Someone was suggesting that it takes a while to get to Baldur's Gate, so perhaps maybe this is not even Baldur's Gate just yet. Should we cross over before we make some purchases? Maybe we'll make some purchases first, and then we'll cross over. But the first thing that we should be doing is to have a chat with this guy, Geraldus, and to see what he has to say about the entire situation.
A quick word. Thank you.
How do I know you're not a doppelganger too? No thanks necessary. Are you hurt?
I'm alive. That's more than the others can say. You're the one High Harper Jaheira sent.
She didn't send me anywhere. We're allies. Equals.
Right. Equal to the High Harper. You can give her my report then. The others. They're all dead. Or scattered. Jaheira sent word of the victory over Ketheric. Set us hunting after the cultists in the city. But they were the ones hunting us. Things were quiet. Until we started to ask about the Rashomar.
Rashomar, a native of Rashomon, the far eastern land known for its wild inhabitants and the witches who rule them.
Witches, you say? Who is this Rashomar? What does Jaheira want with them?
The High Harper didn't tell you. Perhaps it's not my place. Just tell her this. I can't continue the hunt. Whatever the cult has done with the Rashomar, they do not want him found.
Okay, and off he goes. Glad he was saved, but would have preferred if he joined us as allies or whatever. I forgot, we do have a few others to loot here as well. Let's take a look at this. You won't have to wear those Harper smiles much longer, Orin has given the order. Kill the crone, but not before you tell her how her little soldiers died. Preserve some hair or sinew if you can. The Chosen would like to string a harp of her own. Jeez. And there are a few different, like, chests and stuff here, so we should check everything out. Yes, we'll take everything. Send that to camp. Take that. Again, I sort of think, would there be a chance that some of these Harpers survived if we didn't have Jaheira with us as an ally? I don't know. Having her as an ally seems like the best outcome out of the entire situation at Moonrise Towers. Okay. Nothing more on these dead Harpers, or doppelgangers. actually. Elixir of Viciousness. The number you need to roll to land a critical hit is reduced by 1. Replaces effects from other elixirs when drunk. That seems pretty good, actually. I wonder if we get to learn how to make one of those. We've got surveillance notes. They've got some kind of a cage here, which is kind of interesting. And it is somewhat interactable. Not sure what that means exactly. The city's harpers appear to operate independently, each separate cell feeding into a ranking member who oversees the larger network. It's an effective method, distributing their efforts and ensuring that each unit is safeguarded against the infiltration of the others. But once already compromised, this structure is their greatest weakness, with no individual harper being able to tell where the contamination began and how far it has spread. And so while they scramble to rebuild themselves, we carry on with the Chosen's work. Anything in here? Some food. Bit more. I think that might be it. Actually, there is a chest tucked away right here. Yeah, we'll take all of that. And one more chest over here.
Maybe I need more pockets.
All right. So I think what we'll do is we'll go out to the dancing axe, at least to the front of it. Which way do we go for that? I suppose down here should do the trick. So we've got a few things to buy. Have we spoken to Glinda?
Need to get something done?
Oh yes, I think we have. Is everyone following us properly? Okay, everyone's here. So, there were a few things that I was considering getting, and considering the amount of gold we have, I think it's safe for us to just buy everything, even though we might not end up using some of the things that I end up buying, but I think it's okay. As I said, we've got enough to spare. Yeah, there's this strange thing going on here with twisting vines. I don't know why it's there. Every time we come back to camp, we have to go through these checks. Really weird. Anyway, the only reason why we're here is to just grab a little bit of gold, to be honest. Nothing more. And I think Will should be able to do the trading for us, although someone was saying the reason why I got a really good discount was because Will was the one trading, but I think it could be because of the voice of the circle, and that could be the reason why we were getting like a really, really big discount. So I might test that and see how we go on that front. But anyway, sorry, getting distracted here. Let's bring some money out. So I don't know how much we need, but let's maybe go with another 5k. So that gives us... I doubt that we need that much money, to be honest, so we can throw the money back as soon as we're done with it, but... yeah, we'll do something like that. In fact, I should give that to... actually, no, we're not using Will. My bad. So let's head back and let's purchase stuff. Excuse me. Let's do Voice of the Circle. It lasts 10 turns though, right? So I guess I won't be able to use it in the next trader that I speak to. Maybe I should be certain of...
And who the hells are you? And what were you doing down there?
Oh. Okay. Meeting the Harpers below. Turns out they were doppelgangers.
Of course! Of course they bloody did. So, you'd be one of Jahira's then, would you? Clear out then. I'm guessing I have some tidying to do before the steel watch squeals by.
I'd like to see your wares first.
I don't care much for your timing, but I like your gold well enough.
Okay. Am I not going to be able to trade with this guy anymore when we come back? Because that'd be a right shame if that was the case. Oh, you know what I haven't done, guys? I haven't loaded up our guys with stuff to sell. Come to think of it. That really should be something that we do.
Your father bless you.
And I've forgotten to speak to Jahira as well about the entire situation, so maybe it's time we have a chat with her.
Well, are we ready for the road once more?
Yeah, let's tell her what happened at the safe house.
Orin knows the hunt. In one stroke, she places the Harpers beyond our reach. Separates us from our pack. Until we know who the false facers are, we cannot trust anyone beyond ourselves.
Who is this Rashomar you had your Harpers searching for?
A shame of mine. Redoubled because I did not tell you everything sooner. Tell me, what do you know of a man named Minsk of Rashomon?
The name is as familiar as Jahira's own. A hero of the time of troubles, who saved the city more than once.
There isn't a Baldurian alive who doesn't know that name.
But few know of his fate, I think. I had hoped to keep it that way. Minsk is an old friend. Perhaps my oldest. We fought at one another's backs, times beyond counting. And the last time I saw him, I left him to die.
What happened?
Before we ever heard of this Absolute, we received word of a gathering in the Undercity. What we found was the first dark seed of this plot. A circle of cultists with mind flayers in their midst. We might have ended it there, cut off at the root, but before I could send for help, Minsk charged in alone. It was chaos. He was overrun, dragged down beneath a mass of tentacles. I had a choice. Stay and let word of this cult die with us, or leave him and live to fight another day.
Sounds like a pretty tough choice. I'm sorry, Jahira. That's a cruel choice to have to make.
The world takes much from those who presume to defend it. But sometimes, you get to take it back. So don't be sorry, because I mean to use you, if you're willing. Infection, indoctrination, eradication. That has been the fate of everyone the cult has captured so far, but it has not been yours. With your help, perhaps it need not be Minsk's either.
Why are you only telling me this now?
Because I was playing the pragmatist and writing my friend off for dead. Then I met you. A If I seem suddenly flushed with hope and soft feeling, you have only yourself to blame. Oh, the point is moot without the means to find him. Without the Harpers, we shall have to find another path. I'll have a better idea of what that is once we're through the gates. Seems I need to reacquaint myself with this damned city.
Okay, I guess she's not really a fan of Baldur's Gate. Let's take a look at the journal very quickly. And did we just get a new quest line there, the High Harper or something? Here. Or, I guess it's already been there. Jaheira's Harper rendezvous turned out to be an ambush by doppelgangers. She revealed that she was hoping for information on an old friend who was taken by the cult, Minsk of Rashomon. She will search out a new way to find him once we reach the lower city. I feel like I'm going to mispronounce this name so often. Minsk. Minsk. Yeah. Alright, well I guess we can't really do anything about this questline until we get to Baldur's Gate proper, so that's fine. And yeah, as I said before, we should really be loading up on a whole bunch of stuff so we can try and sell. And there are various traders everywhere, so we should try and sell stuff, like, pretty much with all the traders that we find. If we can, that is. So, yeah, let's just load up on random stuff. Okay, that's probably the limit for blue. For Will, he could probably take a few more things. Mind you, there's also a limited amount of gold out there for each trader, so... Oh. Crap. There we go. Maybe one more? Yeah, that seems fine. And Shadow Heart. Maybe you can take a few of those. Maybe a few weapons here and there. I think that looks good. And then Lae'zel. Again, we might end up having to return some of this stuff, because... maybe the traders might run out of gold. Alright, so... things are looking good. I just want to also... because we can...
let's move.
Swap out to maybe some different clothing. We picked up like a whole bunch of clothing recently, right? How do I find clothing easily? Ah, here. All of this. I thought we had, like, stuff that looks a little bit better than all of this. And I wish there was a search bar for the inventory. I don't know why that's not a thing. Or did we not put it into the stash? Raffish Midnight Outfit. I mean... that doesn't look too bad. I think I can rock that. Anything else? Swarthy Wayfarer in red. I don't know, that kind of looks nice. Maybe I'll go with that instead, actually. Yeah, I swear I picked up a few more, but it's so difficult to find with all of the... Oh, here we go. Comfortable red shirt. Ash Meadow outfit. I don't know, I like the swarthy wayfarer in red. Okay, let me just tuck this back to the camp. We'll go back out there and sell a whole bunch of stuff. Considering how much stuff we have to sell, perhaps maybe I didn't need to pick up all of that gold, but we'll see how we go. Alright,
Should mind my step.
What do you need?
so first things first, let me just double check on what he has to sell. I think we are going to buy both of these, and perhaps maybe the bow as well. So that's already 3 things that we need to buy, plus maybe some of the arrows. So I may as well use... Oh, and there's the cloak as well. Snow-dusted monastery gloves. Yeah, probably not what we're looking for.
Short father.
Okay, let's use it. Oh, I could cast this on Will and get an even better discount. Let's go.
What do you need?
No. What Will?
Needed.
What do you need?
There we go. Oh, look at that. Minus 67%. That is awesome. Alright, so let's get to buying. So... So how much is that? 3,750. Let's see if we can just simply drop in a whole bunch of junk to make up for it. I keep forgetting, but I gave Will the Ring of Trading, and I should have put it on before we even started. Anyway, that's fine. I'm sure we'll survive. Alright. We barely got there. This is like only not even halfway. We've got some silver and stuff to sell as well. So let's drop all of that in. Might as well get rid of the autumnal outfit. Don't think I'll need that. Drop that in there. Can we not give this to Scratch? I do want to keep the disguise kits though. Is that everything? Perhaps. Alright. I do want the arrow of many targets. Yeah, that's a lot of cash. Alright, let's balance this. Yeah, I think that's it. So, barter. And...
Short father.
we should obviously look at equipping all of this stuff when we get the chance. Cloaks. Do everyone in the party have cloaks? I think so. Derivation cloak. When you poison a foe, heal yourself for 1d4 hit points. Very specific, isn't it? Displacement. At the beginning of the wearer's turn, the cloak activates, granting enemies disadvantage on attack rolls. This is bringing him up to AC 20 though, right? Like, I do like that. Cloak of Elemental Absorption. This has been pretty good for us so far. Nymph Cloak, Dominate Person. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about Nymph Cloak, to be honest. I could switch that out with Cloak of Displacement. In fact, what I'll do is I'll swap that out so she can apply poison. Obviously, we don't do it all the time, but she does have quite a few poisons on her, and we just need to remember to apply those poisons. And yeah, I'm thinking of just replacing this cloak with this one, to be honest, because this just seems to kick in a lot more, and therefore we're likely going to be getting more benefit out of it more often. And then some of the other stuff that we bought, well, we're going to have to equip that later on. Gauntlets of the War Master. Targets have disadvantage on saving throws against your maneuver and weapon actions. Heightened maneuver. Is it better than the flawed Helldusk gloves? Weapon attacks deal an additional 1 to 4 fire damage. Unarmed attacks deal an additional 1 to 4 necrotic damage and can possibly inflict bleeding. I mean, it goes well with the armor that she's wearing, though, that's the thing. What about Will? Baneful Striking. Whenever you deal damage with a weapon attack, the target receives a minus 1d4 penalty to saving throw against your next spell. I think this is a much better option. I assume, yeah, he can wear it. It does look like it, so I think I'm going to replace the gauntlets. Shadowheart. Should we be getting her to use Salune's Spear of Night? Salune's Blessing. You gain advantage on wisdom saving throws and perception checks. I don't know, Lathander's blood has been pretty good for us. This will give additional damage. We'd have to take the shield off, which will reduce her armor. Moon Mote. So that's just like a light spell, right? Dark Vision. Advantage on wisdom saving throws and perception checks. And she can cast Moonbeam, which I don't know how I feel about that, guys. We did experiment with Moonbeam a little bit. Did not really like what I saw, but I did sort of fumble around with it. I think I'm gonna wait for you guys to let me know what your thoughts are on the spear, because with the Blood of Lathander, the nice thing is that we get Sunbeam, and also we have Lathander's Light, which, I mean, Sunbeam obviously we don't use as often, but it is quite powerful. I do like Sunbeam, provided we can, you know, get into the right position for it. And then Lathander's Light seems to kick in quite often. So fiends and undead standing in the light are blinded. unless they save on Constitution. And then there's Lathander's Blessing. Once per long rest, when your hit points are reduced to 0, you regain 2 to 12 hit points. Allies within 9 meters also regain 1 to 6 hit points. So I suppose that doesn't really kick in very often unless we're in a fight for our lives, really, which doesn't happen too often. Confused. I'm confused. Maybe we can give Moonbeam a go, because we do gain advantage on Wisdom, saving throws, and perception checks. What's her main attribute for... Ah, yeah, okay. If it's Wisdom, then I think it makes a lot of sense then. Yeah, alright. Let's rock this. I know, oh, she can still hold the shield. Hey, okay. Well, that definitely changes things. Yeah, I'll do that. Assuming it's the right choice. But again, I'll be keen to hear what you guys have to say about it. Because, if it's not, then obviously I'm open to other suggestions. Luminous Armor. So, can we still get radiant damage through radiating orbs? I think so, provided we keep the gauntlets on. But I wonder if we should be switching back to Luminous Armor. Radiating Shockwave. When the wearer deals radiant damage, they cause Radiant Shockwave. This is 15, this is 16, so we would go down to 19. Limited to +2, yeah, okay. And Shar's Aegis isn't really that good. While Obscured, the wearer has advantage on stealth checks. She don't really do stealth. Advantage on Constitution saving throw checks. I'd say... Hang on. Does Constitution saving throws... does that affect concentration? Oh, man, I can't remember. I feel like this makes a lot more sense, in my view, to switch. Purely because we're relying on Radiating Orb. Plus, she's no longer a Dark Justiciar, or, you know, wanting to be one. So, I suppose we can tuck away the Dark Justiciar half-plate. We've still got the Dark Justiciar helmet, though. Covert critical, while obscured. Again. Magical durability. Anyway, let me know, guys, if I'm making the wrong choices. I'm gonna send all of that to camp. I'll keep this here just in case we do decide to have to switch back to it, but I like what I'm seeing here with Shadowheart. Unfortunately, we did have to take a hit on the armor class level there, but I'll bite the bullet.
I'll take this way.
Alright, so the next trader that we need to speak to is all the way... Yeah, we pretty much exhausted all of our things, didn't we? We should actually grab more stuff, because we're, again, going to do a little bit more trading. Man, I feel like this might be a uneventful episode, considering how much trading we're about to do. Okay, load it up. Let's throw that to you. Can bring all of these rings. That's not really a lot, but it might be worth quite a bit. A few more. Got a lot of books. Perhaps maybe I should be selling these books. Clothing. Yeah, this is probably not going to be worth too much, but still. Yeah, all these goblets and stuff. Paintings. All that. Surely we still have, like, proper weapons and armor to sell. Yeah, there's a little bit over here. Yep. Looks good. Shadowheart can carry a little bit more. Yeah, that's a little too much. And Lae'zel. Yeah, a bit of a tidy up here. Probably should have done this ages ago, but... try and recover some of our gold that we just spent. In fact, I could probably trade with this guy again, right? Because we've given him some of our gold. There we go. I think that should do it.
Let's chew the fat.
Yeah,
What
so
do
we're
you
not
mean?
really getting as big of a discount anymore, unfortunately, but that's fine. We'll still be able to hopefully make a little bit of money. Yeah, so you've got heaps of stuff to sell. I just want to be a little bit careful about, you know, not accidentally selling stuff that we want to keep. Like that, for instance. And that. There we go. Pretty decent. So let's balance that. Grab that gold. Good.
Short father.
And we need to travel to the other trader. I believe this is the one that we want to speak to. At the smithy, so we may as well just go back to Rivington.
Over onward.
See the city.
Incident involving a child.
They let in another horde of refugees this morning. When's it gonna stop?
Actually, it's not the smithy himself that we need to speak to. Here.
Last just the journey.
And for what? You didn't even fight back.
Back again? Want a dagger? Or a bow? Need more arrows? Need a spear?
Alright, show me your wares.
yay!
Let me... Firstly, maybe buy these arrows. I want to try and keep as many of these arrows as possible. But yeah, so there were a few things. Ambusher, maybe. I might just hold off on Ambusher for now. But the Dancing Breeze seems kind of exciting. And it is exciting purely because we've got this whirlwind attack, which, you know, it doesn't deal too much damage, but you can actually attack multiple enemies in its path, right? So that could be cool. And again, another thing for Karlach, potentially. And the Bone Spike Garb is also a thing that we want for Karlach. What about this? Swire's Sledboard. Shield Conduit. Shield shrouds the wearer with Force Conduit at the start of its turn in combat. Deals 1 to 4 damage in a 6-meter radius. When you have 5 or more Force Conduit. And for each one Force Conduit, or at least if you have Force Conduit, you have damage reduced by 1. Yeah, this seems really powerful. I could probably even give it to anyone. Yeah, okay. Gonna be spending a lot of money here. Well, there goes another 5,000 gold. Anything we can trade up for this? I don't really think so. Let's balance that offer. Yeah.
Want more? Want less? Want to sell?
Okay, good. That shield we might be able to use immediately. And look, as much as I spent a lot of time trying to figure out who gets what, and you know, we sort of decided to put the speedy light feet onto Will so that he can get some benefit there while using the Sparky Sparks wall. It hasn't really done too much for us, has it? So I'm thinking of just simply swapping that out. We probably need a different pair of boots for him as well. I think that makes sense. And we can review the boots for Will another time, I think, because I've sort of had my fill of trading for now. So why don't we just tuck all of that in camp, and we're gonna have to sort of review all of that when the time comes, and you know, we can decide who gets what. Right, so now that that's done, I think it's time for us to try to get ourselves into, well, I keep saying into the city, but it's not exactly into the city. Past the checkpoint, at least. So let's see what happens.
Heard a curious sound in the night. What would you know about that, Shadowheart?
Lady Shah permits me to plead ignorance.
I asked not of Lady Shah, but of you and your paramour.
I haven't the faintest idea what you mean. Perhaps a cat pounced on its prey.
I'm thinking I did see everyone and see everything around here. But if I've missed anything, guys, please do let me know. And I'll try and make my way back. But yeah, let's try and get in, and we could persuade our way in, or...
No entry today. Special occasion.
Yeah, I'll just say that we've got this urgent dispatch for Duke Ravengard.
Yeah, looks in order. Last door on the right. Don't keep the Duke waiting. Lower the gates. Special permission.
Do we need special permission, or do we need to be able to, like, enter this area with, like, new passes and stuff like that every single time, or what's the deal? Well, I assume we'd be able to just get in and out through portals and stuff when we need to.
Halt! We do not know how you gained entry, but your trespass shall not be punished. Lord Gortash has been expecting you.
The Watcher's presence fades, but another takes its place. Confident, dominant, commanding.
My most esteemed guest, we meet at last. I am Lord Enver Gortash. You are the prison bearer, slayer of the dread General Ketheric Thorm. I welcome you to Baldur's Gate, my city.
This city will never be yours.
It already is. Granted, there are a few formalities to complete, but, well, why don't you come and see? Allow me to formally invite you to my inauguration. Make your way to the ceremonial hall.
Okay, for a second there, I thought we were going to be fighting Steel Watchers. We do need to try and find a way to disable the Steel Watchers, don't we? Plenty more to investigate around here. First door on the right, they said. Audience hall. Our fiery friend. I hope this doesn't progress, like, the story too much, because there's so much stuff what we haven't done. I suppose worst case scenario, and I am just going to quick save here, but worst case scenario is I could fall back on a previous save.
Are they going to arrest us?
Oh, that's what I wanted.
Never regret fulfilling my life's purpose.
Calm down.
Besides, Lady Shah may afford me a little wiggle room.
Oh, I can't be pleased that Pete's the R. He wasn't even hurt.
Bale Cult Resurgence. A report by Devella Fountainhead, pursuant to an investigative order from Blaze Liara Porter. A cross-indexing of points of similarity in unsolved murders in Baldur's Gate leads to the inescapable conclusion that we are witnessing a resurgence of the cult of the murder god Bale. As the textbooks tell us, over 100 years ago, during the 1360s, the criminal organization known as the Iron Throne was taken over by a brutal new leader, Sarevok Anchev. This Sarevok proved to be what is called a Bale spawn, and with the powers granted by his semi-divine blood, he nearly brought ruin upon the entire city before his defeat by the hero known as Gorion's Ward. After that, the Iron Throne was brought down, the Bale Temple was suppressed, and the murder cult receded into the background. Now, however, corpses that bear the hallmark of Balist murders are once again being discovered in Baldur's Gate's streets. Several pretende, and the rate is increasing. Citizens are anxious. Some on the verge of panic, and the proud Flaming Fist Corps which usually depends on a show of force to discourage criminal activity, now finds our usual methods unsuccessful. The location of the old Bale Temple in the ruins of the Undercity has now been lost, so a raid is out of the question. Recommendation: a Bale murder response force should be organized as soon as feasible to provide a visible reaction to cultist incursions in the lower city.
Nothing's gonna happen to us. We'll tell them what happened, and we'll be home in no time.
Inside.
What's going on with these guys?
You've been saying that for ages, and we're still here. What are they waiting for?
I don't know, dear. I don't know.
You heard anything about what it's like in the prisons? Actually, don't tell me. I don't want to know.
I guess this might be the office of the Flaming Fist or something.
What if they throw us in jail?
It's a waiting that's hard. If we could just talk to one of the fists, it would be as clear as day that we're not criminals.
Okay.
Pretend I'm a
Are they going to arrest us?
and tell me what... No time to talk. I have clients to brief, and they're as sharp as spoons.
I ain't saying nothing to nobody until I've had my trial.
Yeah, okay, so she might be like some kind of a lawyer or something.
Oh, leave it out. I've got a trial coming up, and I need to rememberize my lines.
Rememberize.
Let's rehearse this.
Please make your way to the audience chamber.
Greetings, citizen. I trust you are enjoying the city.
No. All we can do is be patient.
Arclea? A Laurel.
This is the armory, not a bloody open house. Fists only. Now clear off.
Damn. Okay. I did all that trading. I'd like to trade with you.
Trade? Do I look like a shopkeeper? This equipment isn't for sale. It belongs to the Flaming Fist.
Ranger and Persuasion. The better outfitted I am, the less work there is for you fists inside the city. I wonder if this rapture disappears after we have a long rest. I think so.
Fine. Keep your boots on.
Okay, what do we have here? I suppose if you're really desperate for, like, something, you could get stuff from here, but none of these seem interesting to me. Yeah. Oh, except for maybe the Arrow of Many Targets. We could buy some of those.
That lot of use that hunk of junk was. Keeping me safe, were you? Useless.
Jeez.
A hero at heart.
Are they going to arrest
I
us?
spoke to a witness who said
They throw us in jail.
This is the armory. This equipment isn't for sale.
Oh,
It
man.
belongs to the Flaming
Okay.
Fist.
So maybe, well... you trade with me, or I suggest you start running. Okay, let's
We'll tell them what happened.
use
and
blue
we'll
then.
be home in no time. What is it this time?
Yeah, let's just buy this.
I don't know, dear.
I'm a fist.
I don't know.
Alright, now what do we have? Oh, there's a passageway downstairs. I have no idea if we're allowed to go down there, but...
The Flaming Fist don't stand for trouble. So stay out of it, yeah?
They say Gortash won't be king, but that pomp upstairs sure sounds like a coronation.
Couple of cinnamon rolls. Damn, this game's making me hungry now. Oh, hang on. We have wanted posters.
Wanted, Iron Hand Gnomes. Wanted, party of adventurers with designs against the city. Armed and dangerous, approach with caution.
I wonder if they're referring to us.
Wanted, the Stone Man. Leader of a dangerous criminal enterprise. Reported to travel with a mouse.
Didn't we hear about this Stone Man from Sharesa's Caress?
To the Flaming Fist. A bonus of 10 silver on successful recruitment of friends or acquaintances to our ranks. Let none transgress on this blessed day. Lord Gortash's ceremony will proceed without hindrance. Non-compliance.
So I suppose... Does the coronation happen through these doors? Possibly. I want to check on what's going on downstairs first. Worms Rock Prison. Okay. They're already asleep. I could possibly just lockpick my way through. But then I don't know what's through there. There could be other guards. Let's do a quick save. Yeah, they don't even see us, so... Not the right equipment for this, so let's do it. In fact, I should just hide, just in case.
A couple turns should do it.
Whoops.
What path lies before me?
Yeah, we do have guards. Yeah, okay. I don't know if I should be bringing Astarion here to try and maximize our chances of stealthing through. So he doesn't seem to look around in this area. So we could possibly come around this side and hide. I am concerned about where I'm going to hide myself in this area if we are going to do this. Yeah, I don't know if he continues all the way here. Maybe. And he seems to stick around in that area for a little bit, doesn't he? Okay. Oh, we are moving so slowly, aren't we? Come on. So, just turning off the lights there. Ah, okay. There is another way. Are you kidding me? Oh, no. Okay, let's just stay back here for a minute. Ah, that's a little bit close for comfort, isn't it? There we go. Ah, path interrupted. How do we get up there then? There we go. Let's just continue to hide.
I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, let's just hide a little bit more. I sort of want to just check out who the hell this is. There is someone behind there. For all I know, we don't really need to speak to anyone here, but
Swift as my feet can carry me.
oh, can we not speak to this person? Oh no.
If everyone else minds their business, I'll be fine. These boots have seen everything. I don't need any attention right now.
Oh my god.
Should mind
Oh my god. Oh.
Free for the taking.
So why aren't we able to speak to... Oh, Counselor Floric.
On my way.
So can we not
Very
speak
well.
to them? Yes, we can.
You're too late. It's over.
Counselor, what happened to you?
The Steel Watch happened. I came seeking allies to our cause. Watchers spotted me, dragged me to Alder Ravengard's husk, empty as a stare. A tadpole's puppet. Nothing more. He's spoken accusations. Apostasy. Conspiracy. Sedition. I'll be executed in 5 dawns.
Okay, we definitely need to get her out then. So this is the, if I'm not mistaken, this is the person that we met, who gave us the quest to rescue Duke Ravengard, right? All the way in the first region. Good luck with that. Yeah, I'm breaking you out. Baldur's Gate needs you. Ravengard needs you. Let's do it.
When the people need a miracle, you cannot wait for the gods to answer. Alder's words. I'd almost forgotten. No more sulking. I know what to do. Unlock my cell. Escort me out of Worm's Rock. I'll seek out my connections. When the city streets shatter, you'll want their blades.
Agreed. I'll find a way to unlock your cell.
Hurry.
Okay, so that guard has been walking around like behind us. And maybe we don't even need to be hiding here. Maybe we can just simply walk around. But the problem is that door, we had to lockpick it, right? So is there anyone else? Oh, there's a dead guy in there. What the hell is going on there?
Let's see. Can't keep me out. Light on my
So, but we do need to escort her out, right? Yikes. Yikes. Oh. Okay. Do I really feel like killing a bunch of Flaming Fist? This one's still asleep. Is there a way we can get out without killing these Flaming Fist? Maybe. What I might do is I'll do a quick load to our last quick save, which is, we're not too far away. I think I could have done that last part a little bit better. So let's just go ahead and try and do that properly. And I think we'll be in a better position. Just looking at the time as well, we're probably going to end the episode soonish, but at the very least I'm going to get myself into position once more. Do we have time to just quickly turn off the brazier here? Really? That was a bit weird. There we go. I'll turn this off as well. And this brazier here. Can't reach it. Yikes. Okay. Oh. Yeah, this is a little close for comfort. I feel like things were a lot darker before. I don't know how we managed to turn off a lot of the braziers. Let's do a quick save here. And let's just do our conversation very quickly.
I came empty. I'll be executed in 5 dawns. When the people need no more unlock, I'll seek out my connections. When the city streets hurry.
don't want to draw any attention.
Far gone.
Oh man. Ugh. Oh my god. All right.
Come on. Open up.
I think... can we turn this off by... No, we can't. Okay, yeah, okay, suddenly it's darker now. Anyway, I think the best thing for us to do is to wait until the guard passes once more. Then we should be able to open the door and both sneak past. I assume she's sneaking with us while being escorted. It's kind of the sensible thing to happen, but... Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Press ahead.
Oh no. She just enters into battle immediately? How does that even work? I don't really get it, but... Maybe we have to fight all of the Flaming Fist over here. Which... I don't know. Sounds kind of... annoying. I do feel like we should be able to stealth this. What I might do this time is just to wait for the guard to be a little bit further away, and I think we might be able to have a chance to try and get ourselves up that way. But I don't know, I mean, she might even just be simply spotted by all of these guys, in which case...
Cursed to put my hands on everything.
I feel like we have automatically a fight on our hands.
For careful footwork. Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Yeah, she doesn't even hide. Come on. Oh, man. Okay. Well, now that I know what the issue is, we're definitely just going to have to fight. So, why don't we come back to it? We'll come back to it, whoops, I accidentally quick-saved there. We'll come back to it in the previous save state. So, we'll end the episode right in this little nook over here where Blue's hiding. And we'll try and save the consular in the next episode. Maybe I just quickly wait. I want to do another quick save as she comes out. Might not be a bad idea.
Let's see what this does. Breathe quiet.
Alright. Signing out here, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Drop me a like if you did. Stay true. Bye.